When Sebastian Mejia won a prestigious Fulbright scholarship and moved to Brazil last year, his mom, Rosa, couldn't have felt more proud.
He was the kind of person that really did everything that he wanted to do. He set his goals and worked towards it.
But just a few months later, Sebastian's family got a message from the host of the Airbnb where he'd been staying. The 24-year-old was dead.
All I can describe is like a bomb dropped on me. I felt every single possible feeling. I was in shock. I literally, when I learned what happened with Sebastian, I stopped breathing. My heart died with him.
The killer? Carbon monoxide poisoning.
Initially, it's just shock, grief, sadness, crying. Now it's turns to like anger.
Carbon monoxide gas has no smell, no color, no taste, sometimes called the invisible killer. It's made when fuel is burned in things like water heaters, gas stoves, and cars. Its symptoms mimic the flu, and in high concentrations, it can be deadly, which is why detectors are critical. According to a technical report from Rio de Janeiro police, Sebastian's Airbnb had 4 times the maximum acceptable carbon monoxide levels and no detector in the bathroom where Sebastian died, the report says. A broken water heater and improper ventilation.
My son didn't have to die.
An investigation by NBC News has identified 19 deaths since 2013 at Airbnb properties involving alleged carbon monoxide poisoning. All of those deaths happened outside the U.S. While nearly every American state requires detectors in some residential buildings, international guidelines recommend a detector on every floor, but regulations differ by country. After a death in Taiwan in 2014, Airbnb said in a blog post it would require hosts to install carbon monoxide detectors by the end of the year. Nearly a decade later, still no requirement. That blog post now deleted.
When people rent those spaces, they expect, again, a minimum level of safety and protection. And without a carbon monoxide alarm, we can't be sure that we're going to wake up the next day.
Airbnb says safety is a top priority, describing incidents as exceptionally rare. For hosts, the company encourages the installation of detectors and offers a free one. So far, giving out detectors to nearly 250,000 hosts. That amounts to fewer than 6% of all hosts worldwide. One 2018 study found less than 60% of U.S.-based Airbnb hosts said they had carbon monoxide detectors installed. For renters, Airbnb provides a search filter to find only homes with detectors. At least 6 lawsuits have been filed against the company concerning carbon monoxide poisoning, including one by Sebastian's family. 3 are ongoing, 1 was dismissed, and 2 were settled for undisclosed amounts. Now, Sebastian's family says they're pushing for Airbnb to require all properties have carbon monoxide detectors.
We don't care about any settlement that Airbnb is trying to reach with us. We want people to know about this issue so that it's changed.
That amount of money will ever compensate the life and the future that my son had. Never.
Rosa working to honor her son's legacy by fighting for change. Hallie Jackson, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.